Hello and welcome to my WWE 2K23 match simulation or matches simulation to determine who's the best former NXT Women's Champion on the game. Starting with the current, at the time of recording this, WWE Women's Champion on SmackDown, Io Sky, known as Io Shirai when she was NXT Women's Champion. Is now WWE Women's Champion. Not bringing that belt to the ring because this isn't about that. It's about the NXT Women's Championship and who's the best that there's ever been. Maybe a bit of an overstatement, but yeah. Well, no, actually not. That's exactly the point of this video, isn't it? There's let me think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the current champion, who are not in this video because they're not on the game. So it's not quite the greatest of all time, but it's, you know, it's most of them. It's 12 out of the 17. And quite a recent one, a surprisingly recent one. Went back to NXT to check that off the checklist for career achievements. Becky Lynch actually lost the title to the current champion, Lyra Valkyria, who will not be featured in this video because she's not on the roster. I hope. Because if she is, then I've screwed up. But by the time you're seeing this, it's too late. You'll have to tell me. Now we're talking. But yeah, the man became the 4th of the 4 horsewomen. I've just realised there's not 12 at all. There's 11. I counted Sasha Banks. She ain't on this game. There's 11. So this first match is a 6-woman battle royal. I guess the next match will have to be a 5-woman battle royal because, yeah, I didn't think that through. The plan was to do two 6-woman battle royals and then a singles match. But I counted Sasha Banks as on. You know what? It's late, guys. I'm recording this at 11 o'clock last night as you're watching this, and it's been a long day. I've been up since like 6, 7, somewhere in between the two, I think. Bayley out next, one of the early NXT Women's Champions, the 4th, in fact, in its entire lineage. The one who won it from Sasha Banks. So yeah, it's late, and it's been a long day. I have probably recorded somewhere between 15 and 20 videos today, and I streamed very quickly as well. Oh, I've just realised 2 members of Damage Control in this match. 3 members of Damage Control, 4 if you count Kairi Sane, who's not on this game, have actually held the NXT Women's Championship. Only Dakota Kai of Damage Control members hasn't won the NXT Women's Championship. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. But yeah, already quite the star-studded lineup. Like, clearly the NXT Women's Championship is a good launch pad onto becoming like a big star. Like, I mean, okay, Becky Lynch won it as already a huge star, but Io Sky and Bayley, some pretty good names. Shayna Baszler, 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Is she the only one? No, Charlotte Flair. Of course, Charlotte Flair's ruined someone's record. She's had 2 reigns as well. But yeah, Shayna Baszler was really dominant as NXT Women's Champion. First reign was 130, what's it officially recognised as? 132 days long. Apparently it was actually 133, but who's counting? Second reign was 416 days. Only Asuka had a longer reign, I believe. Let me just quickly double check that. Yep. I'll tell you what though, she almost got caught by Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose fell 3 days short. Kinda crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's, what, 4 competitors out now? 2 more to go in this match. Indy Hartwell, who, I'm going to be honest here, I forgot was a former NXT Women's Champion. Only held the title for 31 days and then vacated it as she was drafted. which makes it seem a bit weird that she won the title only to just, like, surely they knew she was getting drafted. And she could have just lost it, or could have just not won it. But, there you go. It was on April Fool's Day, so there's your explanation. Last year, like, considering that I don't remember this was like, what, 10 months ago? Like, you know, that's not that long ago, and I do not remember this happening. Also, I'm kind of surprised Indy Hartwell's only been on the main roster since, for like 9 months. Feels like longer, honestly, which is probably a compliment for her. You know, like, she feels more settled than that. Feels more established. Not in a, you know, she's a main eventer way, just established as part of the roster. Now, the woman who lost the title to Indy Hartwell in that weird... Oh, I do remember. It was that weird ladder match situation, wasn't it? Where Perez was taken out and was maybe injured, but then was still in the ladder match for the title. So I guess directly lost the title in the ladder match, even though she was originally taken out of it and it's going to be for the vacant title. I don't know what that little era of NXT's women's division was all about. But yes, Roxanne Perez joins us now to round out the field. So let's get this show on the road. I hope 6-woman battle royals, 5-woman battle royals can be a thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to rethink the video, and it's getting a bit late for that, quite frankly. Oh, Becky Lynch just immediately smacks Indy Hartwell right in the face. Bayley trash talks with the crowd. Hasn't touched anyone yet. Io Sky with the DDT on Roxanne Perez. Now goes after Becky Lynch. Oof. Back and forth. Shayna Baszler with the strength there, but Roxanne Perez gets behind Io Sky and Becky Lynch. I would love to see that, not gonna lie. Indy Hartwell and Bayley going at it. Oh, and Shayna Baszler with the Dragon Suplex to Roxanne Perez, but now Bayley grabs her. Oh, was that a Dragon Suplex by Io as well to Indy Hartwell? I believe it might have been. I haven't seen any teamwork or conflict between the Damage Control members yet. I think everyone in this match that's not Bayley or Io Sky should feel glad that because I drew who was in each match at random, should feel glad that Asuka's not also in here. Because then it would literally be 3-on-3. Bayley DDT's Becky Lynch. Shayna Baszler clobbers Bayley. Io Sky misses Indy Hartwell because she rolled out the way, and a springboard crossbody takes her down. This is absolute carnage early on. Roxanne Perez sends Becky Lynch into corner, but eats an elbow for her troubles. Oh, spear to Bayley. She sent Io into the corner, did Shayna Baszler, and then speared Bayley. Now going after Becky Lynch. Does like a fancy step-up forearm maneuver, and then gets slapped by Bayley. That cannot be a good idea. Slapping Shayna Baszler? That's just surely never a good idea. Oh, big slam by Becky Lynch on Io Sky. I didn't quite see the nature of it, but looked impactful nonetheless. Perez takes down Hartwell. Now going for a head scissors and hits it on Becky Lynch. And again, oh no, sorry, no, I stand corrected. Bayley going after Indy Hartwell this time. There's Shayna Baszler. Backbreaker to Roxanne Perez. Knife edge chop by Indy Hartwell. Oh, then gets short arm kneed. Ripcord kneed in the face. Oh, Shayna out onto the apron, courtesy of Io Sky. Went to climb back in, figured she needed to give Io Sky a quick smack in the face first. It's probably for the best, to be honest. Eat defeat. Becky Lynch taking Bayley over to the ropes. Clothesline attempt. No, Bayley ducked down. I mean, Bayley's just recently won the Royal Rumble, so maybe a favourite with the nature of these matches, at least to make it into the finals, you know, the one-on-one match for the finals. But Becky Lynch, the first eliminated. I don't think people would have put money on that. Oh, eat defeat by Shayna Baszler yet again. Now just kicking Indy Hartwell just repeatedly My goodness, now going after the arm. Bayley gets clotheslined by Roxanne Perez. And the elimination on Becky Lynch does two things. One, gets rid of a real threat in the match for Bayley. But also, now Damage Control are 40% of this match. Like, they were 33%, they're now 40%. Like, their odds are improving. But are they going to have to fight if they get down to the last two? And how's that going to go? Especially with one of them holding a women's title and one of them a Royal Rumble winner in WrestleMania season. Like, are we going to see a preview of a potential WrestleMania match? Oh, powerbomb there by Shayna Baszler and Io Sky. Roxanne Perez trying to drag Bayley around the ring. Bayley says no thank you. Elbows to the midsection to break free. Now she's going to drag Roxanne Perez around. I'm going to try and eliminate Perez. Got her lifted up. Oh, Perez in a lot of trouble here. Oh, she holds on. But Bayley going to keep trying to eliminate her. Keep shoving away at her. Boot into the midsection. Neckbreaker by Indy Hartwell as Perez gets back in the ring. Takes Shayna Baszler down. Oh, and then kicks Io Sky right in the mush. Now Bayley going after Perez again. She's determined to eliminate Roxanne Perez for some reason. Not sure what Perez has done to offend Bayley. She really wants to eliminate her here. Dragon screw leg whip there off the shin breaker. Oh, good counter by Bayley. Oh, throws the right hand though. I was about to say here comes her comeuppance from Shayna Baszler for that slap before. And this might be it. What's she got in mind for her? Sends her off the ropes. Spine buster. And now goes after her Damage Control partner. Ripcord. Lariat. Almost like a Rainmaker. Okada to WWE confirmed. Look at the strength by Indy Hartwell. Oh, she's going to squat with Shayna Baszler in a vertical suplex. It's kind of wild, honestly. And I do get the feeling Damage Control are deliberately avoiding each other in this match. They are united, at least for the time being. Just trying to think of the word. It's late. Punt kick into the ribs there by Io Sky to Roxanne Perez. Now goes for the armbar. Armbar! Now Bayley goes after Shayna Baszler again. How many times is she going to do this and get away with it? German suplex to Baszler. Now Bayley dragging Hartwell around. Hartwell says no. Roxanne Perez also says no to Io Sky's submission attempt. Not that she can eliminate her by submission, but she can do some damage. German suplex, speaking of damage. Now Hartwell's got Baszler up, but Baszler's fighting out of it. Yeah, and look at that Damage Control, picking the spot, not choosing to fight each other, even though they were both just standing right next to each other. Crossbody by Bayley to Shayna Baszler. Indy Hartwell. Oh, eliminates the women's world the WWE Women's Champion. My bad, said the wrong one. But Io Sky's gone, and now Damage Control is 1/4 of the match, and it's just Bayley, all on her own. No numbers game. Now Rose Plant to Shayna Baszler, though. Indy Hartwell takes Roxanne Perez into the corner. Drop toe hold on Perez by Bayley. And then gets flung across the ring by Hartwell. He's been showing off her strength in this match. And really catapulted Bayley quite a long distance there. Belly to back suplex by Perez, though, on Hartwell. And now Bayley going after Perez again. Going to try and eliminate her again. This is the third time she's attempted this. Third time's the charm. Yes, indeed. We're down to 3. Perez is gone. We've got Shayna Baszler, Indy Hartwell, and Bayley. A very different Bayley from the one who held the NXT Women's Championship, though. Indy Hartwell's managed to hang on there and get back into the ring. Ooh, so's Bayley. She's on the apron. She's very lucky Roxanne Perez is a good sport and a not a sore loser. Because she could have just pulled her off the apron then and eliminated her. She was right there. Although, she wouldn't have just had her elbow stomped on if she'd have been eliminated, so lucky might not be the word. Oh, Shayna Baszler out onto the apron, but Bayley goes after Indy Hartwell. Sends her over the top. Oh, good counter by Hartwell. Gets her feet up, overhead kick. Using the ropes, kind of like a cat skin Pele kick, should we call it? Let's go with that. Now off the ropes goes Baszler. Hartwell underneath, Hartwell over the top. And a flapjack. Oh, and then just kicks her right in the back. Hartwell hits the ropes. Oh, went for a punt kick of all things. Baszler got out the way though. And then Bayley tried to throw Baszler over the ropes, I think, there, but Baszler bounced back. And he's now punching and kicking and everything else she can. Indy Hartwell. Now Bayley going to try and eliminate Baszler. Indy Hartwell was about to get involved and then has decided against it. And he's just going to bide her time here. There's no point in interfering with an elimination. You want people to get eliminated. Makes your job easier. Oof. Oh, bad times for Bayley. Punched in the face by Shayna Baszler, then kicked in the face by Indy Hartwell. Uh-oh. Going for the guillotine is Bayley here. I mean, if she completely chokes out Shayna Baszler, her and Indy Hartwell could just deadlift her over the top rope and dump her to the outside. Oh, Baszler breaks the grip though, flips through. Beautiful technical escape there. And then counters Indy Hartwell as well. She's back in an NXT ring and she's got that fire about her again as Shayna Baszler. Something about this arena and this ring that does it to her. This environment. Hartwell off the ropes. Oh, runs through Bayley. But then Bayley clotheslines through Indy Hartwell. Now going to try and eliminate Shayna Baszler again. She's got her up on the top in the corner. It's not where you want to be. You don't want to be anywhere near being on or over that top rope. In any capacity. Oh, and there you go. That'll slow her down. Trying to eliminate you. Punch inside her head. Oh, takes her down. Great positioning. Ground and pound. Bayley trying to cover up. It's only so effective though. Look at all these kicks by Shayna Baszler. Good grief. And takes Hartwell down by the arm. Oh, and slams her into the mat. Bayley misses the clothesline, but Indy Hartwell takes the leg out as Baszler was distracted by Bayley. Suplex by Bayley to Hartwell. Oh, right across the knee with the neck there. And then again into that ground and pound again. Bayley trying to cover up. Oh, those elbows got through though. Those elbows got through nice and clean. Well, maybe not nice for Bayley. Judo throw by Baszler. Now goes after the arm of Hartwell. And Baszler's really starting to cook here. Kick to the midsection. Goes for the suplex. Oh no, drops her into the Kirifuji clutch. Can't eliminate someone by submission or them passing out. Yeah, she submits, but it doesn't do anything. But now she's ripe for the pickings, but Bayley deciding to go after Shayna Baszler here. Not fancying her chances one-on-one, I guess, at the end there with Baszler. Oh, goes for the elbow drop on Hartwell, but Hartwell moves out the way. Basement drop kick to the face of Bayley. She was getting back up. And a belly-to-back suplex to Indy Hartwell. Now Baszler's got Bayley. Where's she going with her? Means her on the ropes. Oh, back elbow by Bayley. But then Baszler blocks the next elbow. Back and forth they go. And now Indy Hartwell comes over, gets involved. Sleeper neck breaker. Oh, right into the knee. Made Hartwell do a full flip with the impact on the front of the patella there. And Shayna Baszler can take her pick. Who does she want to go after first? Going after Bayley. What's she got in mind here? Up onto the shoulder. Oh, kind of like a sort of a Stormbreaker, but not quite. Now Baszler waiting for Bayley to get to her feet. Indy Hartwell gets in the way though. Pulls her off the top rope by her legs. Slams her down hard. Kick to the midsection. Thinking suplex. Oh, is she going to show off that strength again? Look at that. Squatting Shayna Baszler. It's no mean feat. It's just squatting another human being is no mean feat. Like, at all. Oh, Bayley getting a bit overconfident there. And Indy Hartwell making her pay. Oh, she runs through Hartwell though there in that collision. And then Hartwell runs through the middle of Baszler and Bayley. Knocks them both back. Hammerlock, reverse DDT. Into the corner goes Hartwell. Bayley going to try and eliminate her, even though she doesn't seem to want to be in there one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. She's going to take the opportunity when it presents itself. Oof. And Indy Hartwell took the opportunity to punch Bayley in the ear. Counter by Bayley. Oh, stiff left forearm. And then a right into the back. But then Baszler comes over, sends Bayley out onto the apron. But Indy Hartwell and Baszler were too busy with each other, and Bayley gets back into the ring. Clothesline by Hartwell. Bayley slams Hartwell down by the hair. And it's not illegal in a match with no rules, but it's still a bit cheap. And kick Shayna Baszler in the face twice. Very nonchalantly. Yeah, I was going to say that's the sort of thing that can just aggravate Shayna Baszler more than hurt her. But Bayley, keeping going, snap suplex. Oh, kicked in the face, side of the head. A little bit column A, a little bit column B. Now Indy Hartwell in control at the moment. The forgotten NXT Women's Champion, at least by me, into the final 3 of this first semi-final match. We have another semi-final match to go, another Battle Royal, hopefully. And then we have a one-on-one match between the 2 winners to determine the best NXT Women's Champion. Oof, knee to the face of Bayley. Sends Bayley into the corner. Oh, running knee in the corner by Baszler. But then Indy Hartwell hits them both with a clothesline, and somehow it hurts both their knees. Back elbow to Bayley. Oh, there's how to hurt someone's knee. Oh, and that. Shayna Baszler taking no prisoners here. Got no leg strength. You can't hoist her up and over the top rope. Now what's Shayna? Oh no, she's not going to powerbomb her out, is she? My goodness. And then Bayley capitalized. Indy Hartwell eliminated by Baszler. Now Bayley capitalizes with the Bulldog. And then the Exploder suplex / T-bone. I'm not actually sure if there's a difference on that. Someone let me know in the comments. Oh, and then kicks her right in the face. Kind of like a punt kick there. She dodged it from Indy Hartwell before, but not from Bayley. I think that was Baszler that dodged it, right? Now Baszler going to try and eliminate Bayley. This is the last 2 that Bayley didn't want before, but Baszler made sure it happened. But she fights off Baszler with a punch in the mush. Sends Bayley off the ropes. Oh, there's that drop kick into the knee that she likes to use. Excuse me. As I mentioned before, I've done a lot of recording today. My voice is quite tired. Oh, Bayley goes for the hair of Shayna Baszler, just like she did with Indy Hartwell before. It's cheap, but it's not illegal. Takes Baszler over to the corner. Not the corner, over to the ropes, trying to eliminate her. Oh, look at this precarious position for Baszler, and Bayley once again wins a Battle Royal. She's just won the Women's Royal Rumble. Now she wins this Battle Royal as well and goes on to the final match. So she's one of the 2 women who could be crowned the best NXT Women's Champion. Let's find out who she will be facing in the final, shall we? So fortunately, a 5-man it's described as, but a 5-person Battle Royal is just possible. I thought I was going to have to custom match it, which would still have been fine. But no, it's just in the game, so that's lovely. Ooh, starting with a big gun. Charlotte Flair coming out now to throw her hat in the ring for the best NXT Women's Champion of all time. Of course, I didn't really talk about it much until I realised the association with Bayley later in the match, in the first match. But I suppose being a former Royal Rumble winner such as Charlotte Flair or Bayley or Becky Lynch, who didn't end up doing so well in the first match, but I suppose that, you know, does help. You know, you can win a much bigger Battle Royal than the one you're being asked to win here. But who's going to face Bayley in the final? Bayley versus Charlotte. These 2 have met. Charlotte actually facilitated, in a way, like triggered the change in personality and change in morals, I guess, for want of a better term, of Bayley. There is a better term, but again, I'm tired. But that was all through a rivalry with Charlotte and the frustration she felt. And then after the change in attitude is what I was after, I think. But after the change in attitude, I believe Bayley came out of that rivalry on top. So Charlotte will want to get into the final, because she'll want to get into the final and win the whole damn thing, but also chance at redemption at Bayley as well, I would say. Now, I mean, if you know your lineage of the NXT Women's Championship, you know who's in this match. But who's next? Wow! We started big and we got bigger in a very literal sense. Raquel Rodriguez, former NXT Women's Champion, actually won the title from the current WWE Women's Champion, Io Sky, who was then Io Shirai. Held the title for 201 days officially, so nothing to be sniffed at. The Charlotte Flair had a 258 reign and then a 63. So more than Raquel Gonzalez as was, Raquel Rodriguez as is. But still, 201 days as champion is nothing to be sniffed at. She's got a back. Did you know Raquel Rodriguez has a back? Okay. So. Oh. Wow. This is the big guns battle royal, isn't it? My goodness. There's some strength in this match. Like Indy Hartwell showing off her squatting Shayna Baszler's suplex. Maybe should have been in this one. This is the strength one. Current Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. Again, just like Io Sky not bringing her belt to the ring, it's not about that here. It's all about proving you were the best NXT Women's Champion of all time. But this is a very different Rhea Ripley to the one who held the NXT Women's Championship. And she was already pretty dominant. She beat Shayna Baszler at the end of the 416-day reign. That's, you know, that's no mean feat in and of itself. Then lost the title 108 days later to Charlotte Flair, who is in this match. So maybe a little bit of motivation for redemption. Although I would argue that winning the SmackDown Women's Championship, as was at the time, from Charlotte Flair at last year's WrestleMania, might have covered her for the redemption. It might actually be Charlotte looking for revenge now. Oh. The longest reigning and the most dominant women's champion in NXT history in terms of statistics at the very least. Asuka. But can she win this battle royal? Remember, Asuka was undefeated in her entire time in NXT, except she was eliminated from a battle royal in her time in NXT by, I believe it was Eva Marie who eliminated her. So technically, the only person who beat Asuka in NXT was Eva Marie, and it was in a battle royal. And that's what Asuka's being asked now to step into. However, since then, she has won a Royal Rumble. So she's clearly no amateur. By the way, 3 out of the 4 women we've seen so far in this match have won a Royal Rumble at this point. This is the Battle Royal specialists. The big, strong ones and the Royal Rumble winners. If you'd like to know who's the best winner of a Women's Royal Rumble, I have that video on my channel. Feel free to go check that out. Once you're done here, to see this one through to the end first, get your answers here. And now, speaking of Royal Rumble, she appeared in this year's Royal Rumble as a surprise entrant. Tiffany Stratton. held the title last year for 107 days, so not a shoddy reign by any stretch. Won a tournament to win the vacant NXT Women's Championship and lost it to Becky Lynch. But getting lots of boos here. Not as in getting lots of alcohol, I mean getting booed by the crowd. So, just the 5 women in this one, so they're all out here now. Let's get this show on the road. Let's figure out who the other finalist is going to be to take on Bayley. And here we go. Oh, Tiffany Stratton turned her attention to Charlotte Flair and paid for it. She got electric chair dropped by Raquel Rodriguez. Suplex to Rodriguez by Flair, and now Tiffany Stratton goes after Flair. This is the early stages of these battle royals are absolute carnage, to be perfectly honest. Like, just constant swapping of who's attacking who. As soon as someone goes down, someone else hits the person who put them down. It's just non-stop. Ooh, clothesline to the back of Asuka's head by Rhea Ripley. The two RRs meet. Oh, Tiffany Stratton on the apron already, but fights off Charlotte Flair and gets back into the ring successfully. No elimination just yet. Rhea Ripley taking a breather there while everyone's fighting. Now steps in, scoops up Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, and slams her down. Now Asuka, after Asuka won the Royal Rumble, she faced Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. After Charlotte Flair won her Royal Rumble, she faced Rhea Ripley for a Women's Championship. After Rhea Ripley won her Royal Rumble, she faced Charlotte Flair. So there's so much history with Battle Royals and Charlotte Flairs in this match. Flair going back after Tiffany Stratton. Blocks the knife edge chop. Not many get to block a knife edge chop from a Flair. Asuka laying in the kicks to Rhea Ripley. Charlotte Flair actually helping Rhea Ripley out there. Probably not for the reason of helping Rhea Ripley, more seeing an opportunity, but she gets a neck breaker for her troubles. Now Asuka goes after Tiffany Stratton. Oh, big kick. And Rodriguez with the neck breaker again to Charlotte Flair. Oh, lifting Rodriguez up is Rhea Ripley by the neck. Double-handed choke toss. Asuka takes Ripley over to the ropes though. Oh, and just dumps her out. Wow. Unceremoniously dumped out of the match by Asuka. And then there were 4. Hip attack / butt attack by Asuka to Tiffany Stratton. Now going after Raquel Rodriguez with a looking like a bit of an octopus stretch. Oh, good counter by Rodriguez though into that drop toe hold. Not even sure quite how she got into that position. Now Charlotte trying to eliminate Asuka, kicks her off the apron, and Asuka, who eliminated Rhea Ripley, is now gone herself. Down to 3. This one's progressing a lot quicker than the first one. And I'm okay with it. Means I get to go to bed earlier. Oh, a reverse scoop slam by Tiffany Stratton. That's quite unique. And a pop-up powerbomb. Tiffany Stratton really taking the fight to both of these main roster women, Raquel Rodriguez and Charlotte Flair. And methinks Tiffany Stratton maybe not far behind in terms of being a main roster woman. Takes down Charlotte Flair. And she's been in control for a short while now, honestly. But now Raquel Rodriguez attacks from behind, distracts her just enough for Charlotte to take her down. Getting too big for your boots for these two. But now they turn on each other because there's no friends in Battle Royals. Raquel Rodriguez, oh, the cat skin Pele, I decided it was called. And survives. Charlotte Flair nearly got another elimination there. Leg sweep by Rodriguez, takes down Stratton again. Oh, kip up though by Stratton. Oh, leg drop reverse DDT by Charlotte Flair. Now, what's Rodriguez got in mind for Stratton? Probably going to try and eliminate her here. Scoops her up. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. That's a rough landing for Stratton. And then there were 2. Charlotte Flair and Raquel Rodriguez. One of these will go on to face Bayley in the final match to determine who's the best NXT Women's Champion, or former NXT Women's Champion on the game. Against the ropes goes Rodriguez, and she's eliminated by Charlotte Flair. And what a final that is. Bayley and Charlotte, two of the original era of NXT Women's Champions. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Alright. The finale. And like I mentioned in her Battle Royal, a very different Bayley to the one who won the NXT Women's Championship all those years ago, back in, what, 2015? My goodness. This August, it will be 9 years since Bayley was NXT Women's Champion. And this May, it'll be 10 years since Charlotte was. I will say, Charlotte has grown as a performer, but it's still quite recognisable as the Charlotte who won the NXT Women's Championship. Just probably a bit more arrogant, which has come from her success. Bayley's just so polar opposite. But over on WWE Baszler, I suppose in May this year, I'll be doing a watch-along of Charlotte winning her first NXT Women's Championship and first Women's Championship, full stop. Because it was at a takeover, it was at the original takeover event, and it'll be the 10-year anniversary. And I do like to try and do watch-alongs on 10-year anniversaries. So, Bayley's in the ring. Now Charlotte Flair, who won the second Battle Royal. I'm sure Bayley will have a gear to grind about the fact that Charlotte had to get through one fewer women. But unfortunately, no one was willing to be split in half and put half in one Battle Royal and half in the other. So, it is what it is. Funny thing is, when I was setting up this video, and like I said, I assumed Sasha Banks was in the game for some reason, I wasn't sure if Roxanne Perez was, and I was like, oh, I hope she is, because then 12's a much nicer number to work with. Ironically, I should have been hoping she wasn't, because we could have just done a single 10-woman Royal Rumble and had done with it. Would have been a much quicker video, and I'd be in bed by now, quite possibly. Take your time, Charlotte. It's all good. I'm up for work in 6 hours, but don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get Bayley in there. Let's get this match done. Here we go. Oh yes, I assume it's been wiped down, but both of these women held this particular NXT Women's Championship, so I felt it was appropriate to use this one. I was actually going to double title match it, but you can't do a double vacant title match on the game, which sucks. Like, I know it's, as far as I know, never happened, but neither's a 3-on-3 Elimination Chamber match, and they were in the game for ages. Anyway, grumble, grumble, grumble. Bayley takes down Charlotte. The one thing I will say about, oh, a slap. Wow, right off the bat, the disrespect, and an elbow drop. The one thing I will say that I'm looking forward to about this match is just being able to call it a bit easier, because there's only 2 women. So, like, they're always going to be hitting each other, and unless Bayley decides to go after the ref, or Charlotte decides to go after the ref for that matter. And when one's down, it's going to be like a follow-up attack or something. It's not going to be like just carnage with people constantly being attacked by various angles, or from various angles. Bayley's looking good in this match, by the way. She's been absolutely dominating, but then as I say that, Charlotte kicks her off. And she gets a bit of an opportunity and goes straight after the leg. Look at this, not messing about. This isn't over the top rope. This is pinfall or submission. Go into the arm, though, interestingly. But yeah, so the figure 8 becomes dangerous now. Bayley sends Charlotte over the top rope. Has someone told her that this isn't a battle royal anymore? I mean, if it was, she'd just have won it. Because Charlotte technically went over the top rope, never came back into the ring, and has now hit the floor. But no, this is a straight-up one-on-one match. Oof. Slams her down by the hair. Bayley's loving doing some hair pulling during this video. I'm sure none of the people on the receiving end are loving it quite as much. Falling reverse DDT counter by Bayley, though. Very nice. Oh, kick to the midsection by Charlotte, though. Don't draw, by the way, please, ladies. We don't want a double count out. I don't want to have to do it again. They're back in the ring. We're okay for now. Oh, running knee in the corner, though, by Bayley. And even though Charlotte has started to fight back into this, I would say this has mostly been Bayley so far in this match. Look at this. Oh, well, we would, but there's a referee in the way. I believe that was a snap suplex and float over into a pin. But all I got to see was the referee's booty. Oof. Knee to the face of Charlotte, but she just gets straight back up. Gets right in the face of Bayley. Ducks on the knee, spins through, neck breaker, very nice. And then goes back to the knee again. Definitely thinking figure 8 at some point. Kicks her in the knee there as well. We all know Charlotte's game plan, but it's still very difficult to combat because she's so good. Nice suplex by Charlotte there. And a belly to back suplex, or should that be Bayley to back suplex? But Charlotte kips up straight into a Bayley to belly. I just made the joke, and that could be it. 1, 2. Oh, Charlotte kicks out. That is, I assume, from memory, the move that Bayley won the NXT Women's Championship with, but not enough here. Oh, went for the kick to the midsection. Charlotte caught it, elbow to the front of the knee. More damage to the legs of Bayley. Charlotte ain't going to complain about that opportunity. Kick to the midsection, and another one. Uh-oh. Not a good place to be if you're fighting Charlotte Flair. Oh, I thought she was going to go natural selection, but no, goes for a dragon sleeper. Oof, punch in the head. That's one way to get out of a dragon sleeper. Probably the only, actually, the way she was folded up. Sends Charlotte off the ropes, ducks underneath, jumps over the top. Nice Japanese arm drag. Charlotte stumbles back to her feet. Bayley with that Bayley to back suplex. No, can't resist but to trash talk the fans. Save that for once you've won, Bayley. Charlotte Flair is no one to take lightly, and Bayley knows damn well. DDT though, she's still in control of this one. Neither of these women is anyone to be taken lightly, let's be honest. Elbow drop by Bayley. Now Charlotte rolls to the outside, very wisely I would say. She's in a lot of bother here. And can't be pinned or submitted out there. Bayley up to the top rope though. Cross body block. Wow, Bayley pulling out all the stops. And now just slamming Charlotte into that very thin matting with a concrete floor underneath it. No give there, and then drops the knee into the chest as well. Oh, Charlotte blocks the forearm smash though. Knife edge chop. Big woo. Night. What was I trying to say? That's called eat defeat, and I know that. I think my brain was still trying to say knife edge chop. Knee into the kidney there by Charlotte as well. Right, can we get this back in the ring now? I'm getting nervous. Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. Telling Bayley to just walk away, let her win the title by count out. Bayley says, nope. I'm the best, and I am going to prove it. Backbreaker by Charlotte, though. Now repositioning Bayley more centrally in the ring. Oh, I think she was maybe looking to go after the legs for the figure 8. But Bayley managed to get to her feet. Dragon screw leg whip, though. Going back after the knees again. And again, going to try and drag Bayley more central. Get her away from the ropes. And again, Bayley slowly getting to her feet. Trying to get away from that figure 8. Kick to the midsection. Charlotte counters. Oof. What a shot to the face. And then drops Bayley neck first across that knee. 1, Oh, Bayley reaches out, grabs the rope. Didn't want to expend the effort, or maybe wasn't able to expend the effort to kick out, so just reached for the rope instead. Did it at 1 though. So she had the wherewithal right from the start of that pin. Uh-oh, what Charlotte got in mind here? Moonsault. Oh no, Bayley moves out of the way. Charlotte landed on her feet and hit a standing moonsault. Incredible stuff. 1, 2. Oh, Bayley kicks out at 2. But yeah, my goodness. Wow, what a combination by Charlotte. So quick to adapt. Bayley takes her down by the leg. Stomp on the back of the head. And drops the knee right into the jaw, shoulder, chest. Maybe kind of all of the above. Now Bayley going up top. She got in mind here. Waiting for Charlotte to stagger to her feet. She's very unsteady right now. Double axe handle by Bayley. And now goes to the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Charlotte just about managing to kick out in time. But that was close. And Bayley getting frustrated. Oh, kick to the midsection by Charlotte. Going for the suplex. Snap suplex. Snap suplex. Dragging Bayley towards the middle of the ring. Rolls are more central. Yeah, went after the leg, but Bayley with a very nice technical counter, to be honest, there to what looked like an attempt at locking in the figure 4, maybe even adapting it to the figure 8. Clothesline by Bayley. She's fighting back into this now. Kicking Charlotte right in the face. Okay, Bayley seems to preempt Charlotte leaving the ring this time. They know each other so well, these two. Oh, and now Bayley goes after the leg. Like, yeah, how are you going to lock in a figure 4 or even a figure 8 if your legs are damaged? Not a bad strategy. And now Bayley sends Charlotte back into the ring. Thank you for not making me get dangerously close to a double count out. Kick to the midsection. Hooks the arm. Rose plant. Charlotte's kicked out with Bayley to belly. Surely she can't kick out of a rose plant as well. And she does. My goodness. I'd like to go to bed sometime before I get up for work, please. The fans chanting, we're not worth it. It has been a fantastic match. Wow, Charlotte kips up. Has been a fantastic match. I could do with it being over in the near future, though. Oh, double axe handle again by Bayley. Charlotte tried to fight out of it, but Bayley still got her. Knee to the face. My goodness. And just slam Charlotte face first into the mat as she's trying to get up to her feet. Kick to the midsection. Thinking rose plant again, and she hits it again. Charlotte's legs a bit close to the ropes, Bayley thought, but she changed her mind and decided to just go for the pin. Hesitation. Didn't matter. Bayley wins. She's the best NXT Women's Champion ever, according to WWE 2K23. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Please do. If you've watched this far, please leave comments, engagement. Let me know what else you'd like to see me simulate, who's the best. As Bayley is cautious about that belt, in case anything drips off it, I guess. Subscribe if you're new here as well. I would greatly appreciate it. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza. You've been amazing. And I'll see you next time.